Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business owners and business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people from my unique communication lab in Brazil. And today we talk with Daniel Stanszus, and he's talking with us from Stuttgart, Germany. Daniel Stanszus is founder of Business Lit, and as a leader of the World Changerpreneur movement, he is enabling businesses to double their profits in only 6 months while working less and use their overflowing resources to create a lasting impact in this world. So Daniel, what is your goal with World Changer Entrepreneur Movement?
Great question. Thanks, Tom, for having me, and I'm glad to answer that question. So first of all, obviously, the problem that we just see a lot is that we have a lot of entrepreneurs. So World Changerpreneur is all around the theme of entrepreneurs, and we have a lot of great people out there that have great products and ideas and services that could really make a great impact in the world, but they just don't know how to get it out there, right? Just don't know how to really bring it to the world. So the idea behind World Changerpreneur movement is to have an environment, to have a community that really supports these entrepreneurs to become world changerpreneurs, to really become what they're called to be and really be able to bring their products, to bring their solutions to the world so they can pretty much achieve 3 things. Number 1, have a greater impact with their products and services to actually have more clients and actually serve them at the highest level. And number 2, take those resources that they get or income, right, and just have an impact with that. I mean, we know money is like a lot of like tools, and with that you can create impact to serve great causes and serve your community and obviously also serve your family. So that is the second realm that you have. And the third is, well, usually when you're a world changerpreneur and you have a successful business, you have some type of reach, you have some kind of audience. And with that, you can also impact and just bring awareness to, important subjects, right? So that's what World Changerpreneur movement is all about, to enable entrepreneurs to really rise to their highest level, to make that impact that they're called to make.
Well, I agree with you, and because what we see is that exactly that. Many people out there in the challenge of promoting themselves or their product or their service or their idea, many times they overlook what you just mentioned was community. They are part of a community. That community could be, a couple blocks, it could be down the street, it could be worldwide, but we are part of a world. And more we see that the world is impacted by things that are happening somewhere else. It's not necessarily next door. So the community really has a wide range of sizes when you have to think about what you hope to do. Obviously, it could be step by step, but community is an important part of anything. And the other, what you said, is the reach, and that's part of the reach. They really go hand in hand of how can you reach the communities in whatever size they are.
Yes, 100%. And I think that is where, for me, it's not about, a lot of people, they think, well, they want to be successful because they want to get their first or next Lambo or whatever. But for me, I want to help the people. And for me, myself, I want to be successful and help the ones that really want to use that success to make a positive change to the world that has lasting impact. Yeah. So that's what it's all about. And we obviously use different methods out there, different strategies out there. And one of the core things that I love using are just also principles from the Bible, just learning what the Bible teaches us about how to run businesses. I call it the Bible Business Blueprint. So we just find a lot of amazing truths of how, God did things really, really smart, obviously, and we can model them to a certain degree, but we can. And a lot of people look left and right for how to model different people, different entrepreneurs, but I love to model the one that made it best or did the best job, and that's modeling how Jesus and how God did things. So that's one of the strategies, the blueprints that we like to take in by enabling entrepreneurs to really reach that goal, to become world changerpreneurs.
Well, I agree with you. Because, the Bible blueprint, as you're saying,
Bible Business Blueprint, right?
Yeah, it was a book. It was probably the most read book out there in the world.
Still is.
And the orientation that we get, and it gets right back to the 2 points, community and reach.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
And way long ago, you could wrap your arms around the community. It was difficult to journey. Yeah, seriously.
Right.
But the reach, how do you extend the reach? How has that reach been extended up until today? And that's
without Facebook and all that stuff, right?
That's effective communication. That's having believers in the concept. And that's in business. Obviously, you become a leader, but to become a leader, you need followers.
Yep. Yes.
So 100%. To your client base, it's a very simple, complex recipe at the same time, right?
100%. Yeah, it is. And I think it's, but what you're saying, recipe is important. You need a recipe, you need a proven system to follow. And that is exactly what we can find and see a lot in the Bible is proven recipes to follow. So yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
And today's reach is global. It's becoming planetary, right? We have people talking about going to the moon or Mars or everywhere else. So it's not our backyard anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Although it is interesting to see, like, again, how Jesus started. He did not, the time he was here, he knew it was eventually going to be reaching the world, but his time spent very focused because he knew that it needed to be strong, focused in the small to be able to multiply. And that's often what businesses do wrong. They try to reach the world out of the gate, but no, you need to start focused like Jesus did. And from that, you begin to multiply and reach the world.
Well, that's what you set up at front, impact the world, but impact in a positive way.
Yeah.
Very good, Daniel. So where can our listeners find you?
The best way to find me and all socials connected there is my website, getbusinesslit.com. That's where you'll find my email, my socials to connect with me, contact me. So that's probably the best and easiest address, getbusinesslit.com.
Very good. So Daniel, thanks again for being part today.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me, Tom.
And for our listeners, it's Daniel Stanszus. It's Daniel, and the last name is Stanszus. Stanszus. And you'll find him at getbusinesslit.com. Also find him on LinkedIn. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus Semi-Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at their site, focusmi.com. Thanks for listening until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.